let's figure out where we are and we will go live. And welcome preview. Welcome everyone to today's live stream. I will be your host, Pranshu Gautam. So I will be telling you about your career advice, about what you can take after JEE and what you cannot take. Basically, I'll give you a short briefing. Okay. Now, before we begin, let me just see how is the quality of our broadcast. Let me just see that. Right. Let's see how is the quality of our broadcast. Is it good? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Like that is one of the most important things. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Okay. Chemistry. Okay. So can you see me? Can everyone see me and hear me? And if our voice is clear or not? What is the quality of broadcast? So on the scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, how would you rate the stream? I believe there are no, let's see. In those 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. How would you rate the stream? I suppose that this would be around 10 because we have no dropped frames, luckily. Yeah, we have no 0 dropped frames. So frames are not dropping, that means our quality is consistent. If our quality is consistent, that means we are good to go. And YouTube always provides us with, wonderful solution on how to manage our streams, manage the quality of our stream. So that is YouTube for us. So that is that. And right, let's see and let's move on a little bit further. Okay, so that is basically our broadcast. So I believe it will be in the range of 9 to 10. Okay, so let's jump forward and talk about you. How is your preparation going? Let's see, any viewer in the chat? Anyone? If anyone can answer me, how is your preparation going? I believe it should be on the range of 2 to 3. Or maybe if it's less than that, then I will help you. I will surely help you reach better than that. But if it is in the range of 2 to 3, then you are good to go, and make it towards 3, because I want you to give your best. It should be somewhere around here, right? So how's the preparation going? Are you feeling fine, students? Everything good? I mean, is there anything that you would like to share? Because today's stream, we will not study as such. We will talk about our future aspirations. Right, that is what is basically what we're gonna do after we finish our graduation. Right, that is what we are gonna do. That what will be our goal in our life? Like this is one of the most important and difficult question to answer, about what will you do in life. Many people do not know the answer to that, and they're not to blame. In my opinion, they're not to blame. Why? Because many people don't get time to study that. There are that many career paths after engineering, or you can do this or you can do that. No one, even anyone who is studying for IIT JEE, basically most of the students do not get that time, or they do not think about it, because it does not matter that much back then. Why does it not matter? Because sometimes students just everyone does not have a purpose in life, right? Everyone does not have a purpose. They have to find one. So many students cannot find their purpose. That's why people usually don't like to study about what they're gonna do next, what they're gonna do after in life. Like, right, people are always prepared with the answer, oh, what are you gonna do now? They're always prepared with the answer, what am I gonna do now? Like, people will be like, I will study in foreign universities. I will basically I will go to the army or something like that. I will give IAS exam or something like that, right? UPSC and all that. So people will always have an answer prepared for that they will do this. But if you ask them what do you want to become in your life, they would be speechless. Most of them would be, right? But some students are very passionate and very goal oriented. That's a good thing. But not everyone is like that, right? So today, that's why I'm here to talk to you about that. One Does it? Okay, does it, Hangam? I am going to help you reach your full potential to number 3. Don't worry about that. All right. You should not worry about that. I will be helping you to reach your potential to number 3. And why? Why? So if you study harder, if you study more, and you just constantly solve 10 questions every day from a topic which you have studied, basically not 10, let's just make it 25, my favorite number, 25. Solve 25 questions every day from a topic in which you are weak in. If you're weak in a topic, just solve 25 questions every day for 7 days. I can guarantee you that after 7 days you would be better prepared on that topic. You can make me sign a paper on it. Like that I am that much confident for that. Okay, so let's dive. Let's discuss it in a little bit more further details. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So we have on our hand me. Who am I? Let's talk about that. Who am I? My name is Pranshu Gautam. I gave JEE a few years ago and received more than 99 percentile in both physics and chemistry. I had more than 250 marks in my JEE Mains. My interests are in microsystems and UAV. I have written 2 papers which have been sent for publication. I am driven to use technology to end avoidable human suffering. Avoidable, right? So basically, I was also in a situation like that. I did not know what to do with my life. Basically, I gave the exam. I got into one of the top universities in the country. I did not know what to do with that. I mean, what to do after that? Like, I'm in the best college, but I mean, is there anything after that? So people feel purposeless. People feel hopeless after joining an institution, or even when giving an exam. Like, what is the point of doing an engineering? Like something like that. Like, what is the point of even studying? So let me just tell you what is the point of studying. Right. First of all, if you get into a big college, chances are that you would have a better friend circle, and those people which are your friends will be smart. I can 100% guarantee you that the people in the big college that will become your friends will be smart. Like people from IIT, DTU, NSIT, NITs, top NITs, right? They will be smart. Like the people who are there will be on average smarter than an average person. So if they are your friends, that means you are in a company of intellectuals, as I would like to say, like actual intellectuals who are very driven to use technology, and they're very passionate about that. So a company makes a man. I always say that a company makes a man. So a company decides what a person is, and decides basically what a person will become in his life, right? So when you're in a good college, you get better company, you have better friends, and you have better friend circle. You have more opportunities basically to pursue everything. Like for example, I wrote 2 papers, right, in microsystems and UAV. I don't think I would have been able to do that without the guidance of the wonderful teachers which are in my college. So that's that. That's that for us. I mean, you should be prepared about everything which is going to happen in your life. You should have a goal, right? Everyone should have a goal about what they want to achieve in their life. For example, I want to join the army after completing engineering. Like that's me. But you can be different. Your goals might be different. Your life will be different. Your circumstances will be different. Of course, they will be, because you're a different person, right? So you have to decide for yourself what you need to do. I'm there to give you a little bit of advice on what the future will be like, right? So let's begin. Let's begin, and let me just tell you about our plan. It will just take 5 minutes. So we at Altedemy offer various classes, and just like this is one of the human session about what happens and what is. This is for interaction with the students. I want to interact with you and see how you are and how are you coping up with life. So how our classes look like: we have theory, study materials, and then webinar and homework check. So these things are provided before the class, and I would like to call it pre-class work. Why I would like to call it pre-class work? Because these things help you to study the topic beforehand, right? And and webinar is the basically classwork. So this is pre classwork, and this is post classwork. So that is what we offer, and this is also the strategy used by one of the greatest universities in the world, right? Harvard, MIT, and NYU and Princeton. They all use that. So that's that, and that's how our classes look like. So it is a well proven and tested way that if you study in this manner, then you will succeed. You will have no problem understanding the concept. I myself studied in this manner too. I had no problem basically understanding many classes, because in webinars sometimes the topics and the pace is very fast because the syllabus is too vast and the time is too short. 2 years are a very short period of time to cover JEE syllabus. I'm telling you that. Right, take it from me. I have given JEE exam. I'm a veteran JEE student, so that's why. So that's that, right? So let me tell you about a plan which we offer. We have light, smart, professional, in which in light we have interactive live classes, structured courses in PDF, live test, physical notes. That is in light. Of course, we know that everyone. This is the basic package. Everyone comes from different financial backgrounds, so they have different needs. And then we have smart, in which we have one-to-one mentorship, live doubt solving, mock tests regularly. That is smart. And then we have professional, in which we have all the additional special, in which we have all the things and additional special courses for the students who want to add an extra edge. So that's that for us, right? So I am Pranshu Gautam, and I will be helping you throughout your journey, basically. So this is a career advice for you, right? Let's begin. And let's see, like after 12th, what do you think you can do? Like this question lies on you. How many of you wonder, how many of you wonder which are all the best career options after engineering? Like you must have thought about it, like, right, that marketing, maybe something else, maybe studying, maybe something else. Like this question must have came into your mind as you are a student of IIT, as a student of JEE, you're deciding your career by this, right? You're deciding your career by this, and when you decide your career by this, you basically, you should be well informed. You should know about what is going on and what is happening, right? So that's why you must have some plans. Do you have any? Let's see. So if there is anyone in the chat, if you would like to interact with us, do you have any plans about what you're gonna do in future? Because trust me, these plans are better made earlier. Like you do not want to delay making these plans, because once you delay them, you will just start to procrastinate, and then the cycle will continue of procrastination, right? So engineering is among the most popular graduation courses in the country, right? I don't think any other graduation course is that much popular as engineering is, because back in the day engineering was very how can I say, reserved for a well prestigious and well bred, or how can I say, for academically well students, like academically genius or academically intelligent students. It was reserved for them back then, but now everyone is doing engineering. There are various colleges, even private colleges, which are opened after basically after 2000 era. So they offer engineering. Earlier there used to be not that much engineers, but now there are there is a surplus of engineers. All right. So choosing the right path for graduation, choosing the right path after graduation can be confusing for many students, right? So the world is full of opportunities, and you might not be aware that most of them, about most of them. So you need to know about the basically what are all the career options after this. So I, as your host and as a fellow student too, and as a person who has graduated from basically class 12th and have experienced that era, and who has given JEE and even scored great marks, I will try to tell you about the best option which you have on your hand, and which you can get, of course. So without wasting any further time, we shall begin, right? Okay. So what is the best career option after JEE, right? So you could enter higher studies, right? One of the most popular career options after engineering is to pursue further studies. If you are a BTech student, you can go for MTech, or you can give the GATE exams. Basically, gate exam is like a gate exam is like the test. It's like a test which is like the exam which tests the comprehensive understanding of your of the basically engineering subjects which you have. So it's like the test you. It's like the JEE after engineering, right? That's that. So with an excellent gate score, you can enter prestigious engineering college. Of course, IITs, NITs, they do, right? For MTech, MTech is one of the preferred courses after engineering. If you give a gate exam, you can even get a job direct after graduation. So my sister, she gave a gate exam. She studied in IIT Delhi. Now she's working in the government sector with the government, and my her husband was also gave gate exam. So and they both are from IIT Delhi, and I mean, yeah. So they are also both working in the government sector. That's what happened. Two person who gave gate exam, they get selected into prestigious universities. That's if you get good score, right? Yeah, so you'd get to expand your knowledge if you go into that era, if you go into that line, and you will become a more qualified engineer by that time, by the time you graduate, right? If you aren't interested in the J exam, in the gate exam, there you can also prepare for JAM, like joint. So JAM is the exam for MSc students, Master of Science, right? You can enter academic and research in your field of interest. You can basically do researches. So sometimes you might come across a certain topic that you must like very much. Like I have seen most of the students, most of the young students like astronomy. Like you can even research on astronomy if you like, and work with one of the best in India. Basically, you can work in IISc and study in IISc and research in IISc. That you can do that too if you choose higher studies option. You can go to JAM, basically give joint admission, yeah, joint aptitude. What was the name of that JAM exam? Okay, joint aptitude in management and something like that. So you can give that exam. It will give you a more clarity about what is happening, right? So that is. Let me just see. That's that. What is the full form for JAM exam? Let's just see. Okay, so no one actually uses the term JAM anymore. Joint admission test for masters. Yeah, of course, joint admission test for masters. Right, you can get the JAM exam, and it is one of the best career options out there. Like you will get to study basically intricate details of the subject you like. That is, if you want to go into educational era, right? You can work in PSUs, public sector undertakings. Second option, you can work in PSUs, public sector undertaking. That is various, like ONGC and all that. So when we have already mentioned GATE exam, it would be wrong to ignore PSUs. Why? Because toppers in the GATE exam get selected into government-run PSU, right? It's a good paying job, right? But the competition level for this job is quite high, but it's worth it, right? PSUs check your gate score for recruitment. So that's that. There are multiple PSUs, and each of them announces the required gate score for application each year. So there is a cutoff for every PSU out there. There are multiple PSU, right? So they only consider the gate score of that specific year. They don't consider the gate score of previous year. They are only considered the gate score of a particular year, right? If you work hard, you can even get a job in Maharatna PSU, BHEL. Maharatna PSU is like the conglomerate, or you can say the group of various PSUs. So which are basically BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, IOCL, and others. So these jobs offer great pay. They offer security and give you a respectable position in society, because government job offers a respectable position in society than a private job. That is that is a mindset which we have in Indian society. So that's that. We cannot change it, but it does offer security. So if you're working for a government, you like so you might or might not like working for government, but it is what it is. Like people respect government employees more than they respect private employees, because at the end everyone is working for someone. But the private employee is working for a person, and the government employee is working for the government. So that's why people like government employees, I believe. and they offer, of course, they offer security. Back in the day they used to offer pension too, so that's why people used to love government jobs. They said that offering pension is like the, they would have security after retirement. They would not have to depend on anyone. That's why government job was very preferred back then. But now the trend is decreasing because government have stopped providing pensions after 2002 or 2003 batch, right? So that's that's a news for you. So government does not provide pension to everyone except army, because of course those are the veterans that have served our country and that have protected our borders. So they will continue to provide pension to the army, armed forces personnel, and to IES and like the bureaucrats, the IES and IPS lobby, because they are the ones who make the laws. And do you think that they will exclude themselves from that pension criteria, that sweet pension? That's something to keep in mind, right? But yeah, the most respectable job, which in my opinion would be armed forces, but yes, we will see about that. We will see about that. So you can go to public sector undertaking, right? So if higher studying is not your thing, right, you can do a digital marketing course in which you learn about various private sector undertake, basically various strategies on how to market something. That is also work. Marketing is one of the greatest thing which you can do to sell something. So that is PSUs. You have, and what you can do after graduation, there's also one more thing, that is management. If you're wondering what to do after BTech, a popular career choice among engineering graduates after engineering is studying management. Studying management can help you get a high paying job with more responsibility. To enter this field, you will have to get an MBA. Right. Well, MBA is one of the most preferred courses after engineering. And for that, you will have to give the CAT exam if you want to study in India. If you want to go outside, you will need to give get a GMAT exam, if I'm not wrong, right? GMAT exam, yeah. So after studying management, you can get managerial roles in different companies. Manager is one of the best career options after engineering in India. For those who wish to climb the corporate ladder fast, this is the best option. Managers are also among the highest paid professionals in India, right? You certainly would enjoy pursuing this field. Now, don't worry. So there's the new thing in today's era called, which we are seeing in today's era, is called entrepreneurship, right? Entrepreneurship. So this word is very big, but it basically means opening your own business, become your own master. So there was a time when engineers usually did not prefer entrepreneurship, right? Because that involved too much risk and too much dedication, and even after that you might fail, right? That's that. So that involved too much time. But nowadays trend is changing. But that because the success of many engineering entrepreneurs in the recent years have inspired everyone. Like they have set an example. For example, Ola, Paytm. Remember that Paytm, Vishal Shekhar. He's from Aligarh and studied from DTU in electronics and communication engineering. That dude opened a company which has a valuation of around how much? 5 billion. Yeah, that has a valuation of about around 5 billion or 20 billion. No, $20 billion. Yeah, that company has a valuation of $20 billion. He opened a company that has a valuation of $20 billion. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? $20 billion. So that's entrepreneurship. And Ola has a valuation of $10 billion. Sorry, $5 billion. So those are big companies, and Ola is challenging Uber. So Uber is not able to take over Indian market. Right? Uber is a very big company. Uber is present in every every country out there. So my cousin works in Uber, San Francisco, and he told me that Uber is trying to get into India, but okay, I should not share this information. I don't know if this is private or confidential or whatever. But yeah, they're not able to do that. Why? Because Ola is one of the biggest competition out there, and that's also something very admiring, because in entrepreneurship they basically David challenged the Goliath, or a small dude challenged the giant. It's like the verses of it's not good or evil. It's like winning a small guy winning over a big dude. And that's like the rise of an underdog. So that's what entrepreneurship offers, right? So to start on this path, you should first identify a prevalent problem and come up with a solution. Like to start on the path, you must have a solution prepared. I have seen various startups. I have seen various startups, succeeding very much in front of my eyes. So you should first have a problem, and then see that the problem is first of all very common and very much in the industry, and it is not looked after, right? So that problem can be in any sector. For example, Flipkart removed the hassle of shopping offline, right? Paytm solved the problem of cash scarcity. I remember when Notebandi happened, like what was that, demonetization happened. So notes were not easily available. Paytm stepped in. Paytm became the master of sciences, like everything and all. Paytm became the master of all. So that's when the problem was, and that's when the solution came. So I believe that era was one of the best era of Paytm. I think the only thing only person who benefited from Notebandi or lock demonetization was Mr. Vishal Shekhar, whatever. Vijay Shekhar. But yeah, so find a problem and solve it. That is one of the best advice I will give you. For budding entrepreneurs, there are many resources. You can join a startup incubator and get a head start for your company. There are many startup incubator in India called Angel Prime, Seed Valai, IMA. Entrepreneurship requires a lot of patience and dedication, but the experience of starting and running a new company is priceless, bro. Right? Moreover, the returns of succeeding as an entrepreneur are fantastic. Remember Oyo, the founder of Oyo is actually not even graduate. He was 18 years old when he started his company, and he's the youngest billionaire in India, I believe. Basically, his net worth is more than $1 billion, and he's providing services to everyone. Like he solved the problem of booking hotels. So that's that. You might have seen that Oyo hotels are everywhere in the world, like everywhere. Basically in India, of course. So that's what Oyo did. Imagine something like that in other countries. I think there are like Airbnb or something like that, right? So that's that. Entrepreneurship requires a lot of patience, of course. You need to keep that in mind. So if you want to get some more guidance, please, just ask me anything. I will be happy to help you. Campus placement. Let's see. Let me just see, how is the preparation going? Let's look at how is the preparation. Let's ask this question. If anyone comes into the stream, let's see. So campus placement, you can, this is one of the most common and most preferred career option after engineering. You can choose to get an engineering job through campus placement. So companies will come to your college, and they will, if you're in a good college, you will get more companies and with better pay, right? So companies will come into college and they will ask, you can choose to get an engineering job through campus placement. You can choose which company you would like to work for. Like campus placement can also get you high paying job even before you get to degree. Like there is a thing called PPO, pre-placement offer, right? Which they offer you after internship or something like that. But basically it's like you have a job before your degree is even complete. So just need to get a degree and get out, and you are ready to work in an industry and earn some money right away. So that's that. Campus placement can be very lucrative. The number of job offers worth more than 1 crore has increased considerably. Of course, when you look at job offers of over 1 crore, you're looking at a very small percentage of people. But yeah, the average person is getting a lot more in nowadays in top colleges. Like the average package is around 12 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 11 lakh, 13 lakh in corporate world. In top colleges, for example, IIT Delhi, I remember the package was, if I remember correctly, from in 2018 or 2019 placements, the package was around what was the package around? Yeah, 12 lakh per annum. Of course, that's not that much if you think about it, because they are from IIT Delhi, right? But that is great for starting a career. 12 lakh per annum, that means you're getting around 1 lakh rupees per month, but that is not true. You would get around 80,000. And of course, there are taxes and all that. But yeah, that is also a great option for you to start. Basically, campus placement. If you are in a good college, you can certainly go for campus placement. You don't need to worry about that, right? Keep this in mind when you're preparing for such jobs. Have a good GPA, CGPA, prepare for job interviews, take part in extracurricular activities, study the company you're applying for. Four things that is almost every time necessary for applying for any job. If you're wondering what to do after BTech, this is the great way to start a career. If you have nothing in mind, Mani Chaudhary, how are you, man? uh, Welcome to today's stream. So how is the preparation going, brother? So if you wanna, basically the point is, keep in mind that work hard and get good GPA if you wanna go for campus placements. That's that, right? And or you can become an expert and start your own career. You can take a certificate school. You can become a freelancer. Some people do that. They become freelancer. What do I mean by when I say freelancer? Right, they work for themselves, they become an expert in certain skill, like either they get certificate course or certificate course on an in-demand skill. Many companies are looking for engineers who are familiar with latest technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning and blockchain. So if you are one of those students who are actually trying to become an expert, like, you should have a niche that you are willing to exploit, right? If you have that, then you are good to go. You just need to find a niche. You need to find a perfect spot that for which you can prepare, and you're good to go. You will be in demand. Basically, companies would like a person who is an expert. Meher Chaudhary, we have two Chaudharys in the chat. How are you, man? My man dabbing, right? Anyways, so jobs in these sectors are very hyping. If you are an expert, if you have command over certain skills which are in demand, you can basically conquer the world. You just need to be in demand. You need to be in demand. You're the product, not anything else. So if you have anything to ask me, Meher Chaudhary, Mani Chaudhary, you can go ahead, and I would have no problem answering it. So tell me, how is your day and how are you coping up with the exam? If you have anything to share, like, this is really a personal session. I am there to talk with you. Don't worry about that. You can ask me anything if you like. This is not a normal class, right? So feel free to go ahead and ask me anything. Right, I'm just telling you what the various career options which exist in after class 12th and after engineering. That's that for us. Okay, if there's anything that you need to ask, feel free, go ahead. This is a personal conversation. This is personal conversation. No need to be shy or anything. We just chatting around with us, right? Okay, so if you want to know what is one of the most popular skills in the market, what is one of the most popular skills in the market, it is blockchain, AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, digital marketing, data science. These are one of the most popular skills in the market. If you want to study them, if you want to become if you become an expert on them, then you are good to go. Right, let's see Meher Chaudhary. If there's anything you need to ask, brother, please go ahead. Or if you can become a civil servant, right? If you're wondering what to do after engineering, you can serve the nation and make a dent in the system, right? You can opt for the civil services as well. You can become the master of an area. Like, that is one of the most prestigious job in the country, becoming the master of some place, right? It is probably one of the favorite career option after BTech, right? Of your parents, of course, not yours. Your parents will say, become an IAS, become an IAS son, become an SIAS son. So my parents surely want me to pursue civil services. That's sure. So civil services are among the hottest career options. Like, they are one of the hardest too. To enter the civil service, you will need to crack the UPSC civil service exam, which is one of the toughest examination in the world. Experts recommend preparing for them at least a year before applying. It is that much difficult. So that exam is divided into two stages, prelims and mains. Right, around 1 million students give this exam every year, and only a few thousand get selected. If you get a high rank, you can get a prestigious post of IES, IPS, IFS as well. It is a popular option among engineers, as 19 of the top 20 CSE toppers, that means civil service exam topper, were engineers. So most engineers, like most civil servants, are engineers, right? It's nothing in particular, but I believe the main thing arises is the work ethics, right? Because sometimes we engineers have to study too hard, or yeah, I mean, it just depends on the work ethics. We can sometimes have to study too hard in a night, like we have to pull night. We have to do a all nighter or something like that, right? That is engineering life. But that's that. Engineering, you could look for internship, of course. They basically are their internships are just prelims before you get into a good paying job. Okay, you can enter the private sector, of course. So, while campus placement are excellent source for getting leads to indulge in some research of your own, the best way to start is registering in reputed job portals like LinkedIn and Indeed to look for jobs relevant to your expertise area and that match your job interest. So that's that. Since India is a major tech hub in the world today, every year MNCs from all around the globe set up their bases in India, right? Also, homegrown companies are emerging steadily throughout the major tech and industrial hubs in the country, including NCR, Pune, Gujarat, Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. Naturally, so new job profiles. We tech and Harper. We ask tech. Hi. Well, it's pretty weird to see someone with that name in this chat. Anyways, so what will happen? Naturally, new job profiles are also emerging, and job vacancies are skyrocketing. That's why private sector hold tremendous promise for fresh BTech graduates. However, landing a job in a private sector comes with unique challenges. The biggest problem is that supply of engineer graduate is way more than demand created by private sector. This leads to throat cut competition in job market. So what can you do then? You should create a solid resume that highlights your core strengths, skills, and expertise areas. Another vital thing to remember while designing a resume is that different job profiles have different requirements. Hence, it is crucial to tweak your resume according to a particular job profile. For instance, if you're applying for the profile of software engineer, make sure to highlight your mathematical skills, right? Programming skills, and command over various programming languages. If you have any relevant certification or internship under your sleeve, include them as well. Right? Basically, you need to understand the demands of job profile, demand of a job profile, and then create a resume around it. You could get a certification, basically. You could I mean, there's no end to learning, right? If you are a curious soul, forever willing to acquire knowledge and gain new skills, if you are someone who wishes to upskill before taking a professional role, certifications are the right way to go. You can get a certificate, you can be certified, basically anything. You can get a certification of anything nowadays through edX. EdX is a nice website. You can get certification from top colleges in the world, basically, right? edX is a very nice website. Try it. That's one of the best thing. After completing our graduation, you can enroll in certification courses that are relevant to the field of engineering. If you are looking for courses after engineering, then please listen carefully. Some of the most valued certification program for fresher BTech graduate include Microsoft Certified Solution Expert, Core Infrastructure, CEH Certified Ethical Hacker. That is also very important nowadays. CISM Certified Information Security Manager, CSM Certified, basically Certified Scrum Master, and PMP Project Management Professional. I mean, these are just to name a few. So these are the certificates which are very much in demand nowadays. Okay, so if you want, so there are many other certificates. There are many other certification offered by renowned platforms like CompTIA, Google, AWS, Upgrad, and basically edX. There are many websites like that, and Udemy if I'm not wrong. So you can learn software development, blockchain management, MBA, data science, machine learning, and digital marketing. So that's basically the basic crux of what you need. Okay, and basically my favorite one, and one of the thing which is very dear to my heart, which is the goal which I'm about to tell you. That is the goal which is very dear to my heart, and that you should pursue is one of the most important role in this country, I believe, because this role has served us throughout millennia, and our civilization is built upon this role. You might have seen that you can join the Indian Armed Forces. Be one of the best, protect your motherland, protect your country, serve, serve and protect. That is how I mean, what could be more, what could be a better way to live than to protect your motherland? So that's Indian Armed Forces. Many students take that too, right? So you can join the Indian Armed Forces. It has three wings: Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, Indian basically, yeah, Indian Army, of course. so, so Indian Army is land based, Air Force is air based, Navy is naval based. You know that. So this is one of the most promising career option after engineering. But I would say do not join it as a job. Take it as a duty. Right? After you join it, your life will be basically on the line always. That is true. You should be ready to sacrifice your life for the country. That this is not a small job. This is not something which you look for after, you know, after you get rejected everywhere. This is some serious thing which you should take very seriously. So as a BTech student, as an engineering student, you can find employment opportunity in all three wings of the Indian Armed Forces. You can go to Air Force, you can go to Navy, you can go to Indian Army. Right? Indian Army base specifically is always on the lookout for technically sound professional who can support the troops on field, because as you know, like not all the work is done by infantrymen. Of course that is done by infantrymen, but infantrymen, that means the person who fights on the line, needs support from back home, right? From the radar station, they need to set up radar station antennas, they need to set up infrastructure, railways, and bridges fast. When you're conquering a territory, when you're crossing a river, you need a bridge fast, you need technician, you need engineers for your tanks and equipments, you need support company, you need radio company, you need to basically encrypt your communication and broadcast them. You need to be fully prepared. That is what I'm saying. You need to have full command over yours, over the armed forces. So armed forces is not just it does not have only just a fighting role. People fight, I mean that is a majority of role, but there is also a person supporting them. Like I was seeing that every guerrilla fighter has 12 roles, has 11, has I think 9 men supporting it behind him, right? For every one fighter there is always every 10 men. Why? They need to provide there is also medical care, there's also support, there's also radio support, because they need to provide locations, GPS and all that, satellite. They need to manage that. And there's also supplies and ammunition. You need to think about how the supplies are going to reach the troops, and which supplies need the most priority. That's that for us. So I mean that's basically the crux of why army is very necessary for us. And let's talk about it in a little bit more. Okay, so you can give basically you can join the army through TGC, Technical Graduate Course, and SSC entry scheme. You can also give CDS, right? Which I am planning to give. So in order to join the Indian Armed Forces, you can give the CDS. And there is also AFCAT, Air Force Common Admission Test entry scheme, right? If you want to join specifically the Air Force. So that's that. As for the Indian Navy, the government has now started recruiting engineers by Special Navy Architects entry scheme, right? So those are one of the most valuable career scheme after engineering. So let me just see. Yeah. So what I would prefer for myself is basically I would tell you. what I'm going to do after engineering is I will go for CDS. I will join the Indian Armed Forces, basically Indian Army, as an infantryman, as an officer, in an officer post. So I believe that career option is great. First of all, if you're looking for, pay, then it offers pay. Besides, that's not the point. It offers great security, and also, it has some sort of adventure to it. Of course, it's a duty to protect your motherland, but you would get to travel various places. Of course, our country is blessed with a wonderful landscape. I mean, there's everything in our country, from desert to snow-capped mountains to marshy Sundarban Delta, and it's everything. It's beautiful. So we have a lot of diversity in our country, which should be protected at all costs. So that's why I will be joining Indian Armed Forces. You can also do that. Many engineering students do, and they are in dire need of engineers. They are in dire need of officers. And what's better than to serve your country? Isn't that right? And that's basically it for engineering career advice, I believe. If you have anything to ask me, I will give you around 1 minute. Basically, if you want to ask me anything, I'm in no hurry, but please ask me. I mean, if you have any doubt about anything, because deciding a career can be very hard. I personally do not want to go to any private company or any government job. Army is a government job, but it's quite different, right? It is quite different, because armed forces have a lot of power in them, not like government servants who are basically powerless sometimes, but armed forces always have a lot of power in them. The general, the chief of armed forces, has a lot of power in his hand. So I don't like power as such, but the thing is, it offers independence. It offers you to be part of something bigger. It offers to you to be part of a legacy which your ancestors have in protecting the motherland. From the great Chandragupta, from the great Bimbisar, from the great to Dharanand, not Dharanand, no, Nand was not a great leader. Yeah, to Shishunga, to Haranyaka dynasty, from even back then, from the War of 10 Kings of the King Sudas, and from the time of Manu, we are a great civilization which have fought wars, and it is our duty to fight wars to protect the land which we live in. So that's why I will be joining Indian Armed Forces. And I don't know about you. If you have anything further to ask me, then feel free to go ahead. Feel free and go ahead. Ask me anything. But yeah, from the War of 10 Kings, the original Iron Battle, to present day, we have a legacy of protection. We have a legacy of warfare, and which I am willing to be a part of. That is my journey, and I believe that could be yours too. So we also have a Telegram channel which you could join, in which we have free classes like that. This every time, which we offer free PDF material, free classes, announcements, discounts, and there are various discounts and prizes. You can get them all at our Telegram channel. It's alt JEE. You can also search that in the Telegram search bar. That's that. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free classes regularly. That will also help us very much. So please do make sure to subscribe. And our course offers 90 plus classes, convenient education platform, syllabus from JEE experts, flipped classroom method, doubt solving practices, and all that. This is also very important for us, right? For you to understand that you need to study harder, so that you are able to become an independent person, and you're able to become an independent man or a woman, of course, if you want to. That's all your choice. But what you want to be is that you need to be successful at every aspect of your life. So that's our course for you, right? Let's see if there is anything. Yeah, we will see you guys soon. Till then, have a nice day. Enjoy your life. Everything is perfect as it should be. Do your best. I am happy for you, students. I want you to succeed in life. That's why do the best you can. Don't let negative thoughts come into your head. Be prepared. Be happy. Be happy, because don't feel sad about bad results or anything. Be happy. Your life will be good. Don't worry. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, have a nice day and goodbye. Yes.